Personally, I'm going to do both. I'm going to buy some and I'm going to sell some. This came up in our Friday stock talk when Joe Pop said, I'm going to call my financial advisor and tell him to sell. And I said, what are you going to then tell him to do with the money that you're going to generate? And he said, well, I don't know, just sit on the sidelines. I said, well, wait a second. If you have done the analysis of your stocks, and if you looked at the analysis that I've done, you'll see that some of the stocks that, at least for me, I'm going to get a 30% gain. That's Vertiv. On the other hand, this company that does something very similar, Modine, I'm going to get over 100% return. So why won't I just sell the Vertiv and then turn around and buy the Modine and take my money that I was going to get 30% on and convert it to a stock where I'm going to get over 100% on? Doesn't that make sense? Or on the other hand, do I just get out and sit on the sidelines and see what happens? Well, if it was your house, and let's say you had several houses, and you knew the market was going to go down because of what's going on in Washington, and house prices might go down. Would you sell them all, move into an apartment, and rent and wait and see what happens? Or would you take the least likely that is going to go up, sell it, and then put that money into a house that you know is going to appreciate faster? That's how I think at it. Let me show you what I do on my tell sheet that helps give me guidance as to where should I put my money. I know in the long term, AI is going to bring these stocks up, but in the short term, I know it's going to bring them down. So don't worry about what the price is today. Let's worry about what the price is going to be 2.5 years from now and where we will get the largest gain from today to the future. If we've gone and researched the data, we know the strength of the company. We know what their projected earnings are. We know what their projected revenue is. We know if they have met the rule of 40 in the past and are going to meet the rule of 40 in the future. So we know we want to be in the market because AI is presenting us the investment opportunity of the best time of our lifetime. So let's just maximize our return by being in the right stocks at the right time to gain the growth that is assured, or at least I believe is assured as a result of AI. Let me show you how I track it on my tell sheet and then give you a personal invitation where you can come and take a look at it for 14 days and learn from me and then make your decision how you want to move in the future on this investment of a lifetime. Let's go to the tell sheet. Okay, this is my tell sheet. I've been building it over the last 2 years, I guess. And where I'm concentrating right now is this area here, the deep dive, the briefing, and the financial health of the companies. What I'm doing is using AI, Samantha and Bard, to help me come to a firm understanding of what is the financial health of each of these companies that I follow. And then based on that financial health, both financials and technical analysis, what is the price of the stock most likely going to be over the next 3 years? December 2026, 27, and 28. And then on that, based on the current price today, what does that growth represent? As you can see, based on the current price of $188 on Apple and a projected price of $290 on January of 2028, Apple's going to have a 53% growth. Well, if I own Apple and I'm confident from the analysis that I review here, and it's going to give me a 53.9% return, and yet I come down here and see that ACLS is going to give me a 292% return. Where do I want my money? I think at first take, anybody would say, well, sell the Apple and put it into the ACLS. It's really not that simple. Because in the long term, Apple is going to grow by 53%. But beyond that, the future lies with Apple rather than ACLS. But if as I said in the earlier part, if I look at Modine, Modine is projecting a 178% return. Modine is in the business of putting air conditioning system, cooling systems into data centers, and it has bought some companies. It's put itself in a very strong position. I know this because I read the financial analysis that I created. I listened to the deep dive and I read the briefing. At the same time, I own Vertiv, who's in the same business, but based on their financials and their technicals, they're going to grow at 68%. What's the difference between 178 and 68? Well, I think it's about 110%. So why wouldn't I then tomorrow go in and sell my Vertiv, my 200 shares, and raise $11,800 and come up here and add it possibly to the 14,716 that's in Modine. So now this 11,000, which was scheduled to grow to 20,000 over the next 2.5 years, will grow by 108%, and so it will grow from to substantially more when I dollar cost average, because I'm now in Modine, or in Modine at a cost basis of $93.81, but I'm going to buy it possibly at $70.08. That was Friday's price, or even lower, which will then increase my return over here from 108 to possibly somewhere in the neighborhood of, I would guess, maybe 135. Okay, does that make sense? Now, I wouldn't know to do this if it weren't for the fact that I know what Vertiv does, I know what Modine does, I know what every one of these stocks do, and there will be other opportunities. Because again, let's look at Marvel. Marvel is in the semiconductor business. It's going to project it to grow at 243%. Can I find another company in here? Let's look at Rambus. They're also in that kind of business. They're scheduled to grow at 85%. So wait, Marvel 243 and Rambus 85 and a half? Does that make sense? Does that make good sense? I believe both of these stocks are going to do well, but one of them is going to do twice as good as the other. So knowing that, what should I do? Should I just sell both of them and sit and wait? Or am I okay with a stock that has maybe some potential downside, but I'll come out with over 100% return over the next 2.5 years? That's how I manage my portfolio. That's how I look at what is happening today and what is projected to happen in the future based on the data that I've gathered, the AI that I've used to create a better picture for me, so that I can make better investment decisions. And any decision that you make anywhere in your life is better with the more knowledge that you have. Now, am I trusting entirely what AI tells me? No. I'm looking at the numbers as well. I'm analyzing the information. I'm using my past history of being in the markets. I'm looking at how these companies, what they're buying, what they're selling, how they're growing, how they're investing their capital, what they in the past years have done, how suppressed are they from their 52-week high. And then I'm taking all that information and I'm saying, I think I'll sell my Vertiv tomorrow and buy Modine. That's how I invest. If you'd like to be a part of this, come and join Trent and Mark and me and my two new employees, Samantha and Bart. They're AI, and they're getting smarter every day. I mean, they're talking back to me and saying, Kerry, have you considered this? And then I ask them, how good are you? How good are you compared to Gemini? How good are you compared to Meta? And they break it down and they tell me, this is what we're good at. This is what they're good at. We'd like to help you. I'd like to help you. Let's travel down this road together. I'll give you a 14-day free trial, and then I'll share the expense of my knowledge and my, 50 years in this business with you at a gross price of $29.95 a month. If you can't make $29.95 just based on the information and the strategy I told you today, you don't need to be in the investment markets.